The White Sox got a walk-off win against the Mets in Game 1 of the series last night. Jake Rogers, Mr. Rogers, with his first career walk-off hit. It was not the land of make-believe.
The White Sox, they go for the series.
Let's take a look at Luis Castillo on for his 21st start, 24th appearance. ERA higher than he would like, but he strikes out a lot of guys, doesn't walk too many. Hard hit percentage, just about 42%. He'd like to get that a little lower, and the wind is blowing straight out today.
Pitch number 1 to A.J. Ewing, and that is a base hit. Slapped the other way from the Mets leadoff hitter. Much needed hit for Ewing, who's trying to break out of a slump. The speed of A.J. Ewing making things happen, and the Mets have a runner in scoring position early.
Got him to chase out of the zone. First punch out tonight for Castillo.
2 outs now for Carson Benj. Yesterday went 1 for 4 with a run scored and 2 strikeouts.
1-2. Benj loops one toward third, past the dive of Vargas going into left. Ewing rounds third, coming home. Antonacci's throw to the plate. Not in time. Ewing scores standing up, and Benj goes to second. The Mets have a 1-0 lead. A weird ball off the bat to the left side. Vargas at third was tricked, and Benj snuck it by. And Ewing running on contact, able to round third, cut the bag nicely, and score standing on a close throw, where the Mets are in front.
Yeah, with 2 outs, that's a really aggressive send.
We go to the bottom of the first in Chicago. Mets leading 1-0. It is Christian Scott Day for the New York Mets.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. Blew that fastball right by Murakami, and there's 2 down.
3-1. Lifted to left center field, not deep. Ewing cutting over with Robert. It drops in for a hit. Vargas takes a big turn and then slips. Semien at second, throws back to first. The call, he's out! Robert hung with it, fired in towards second. Semien threw to first. Vargas went back in with a dive. It was a close play.
But Vargas's feet just come out from under him. He then dives back to the outside portion of the bag. Dexter Kelly's on top of it, makes the call.
So the second hit in this inning. And the Mets have runners at first and second with 2 down.
Now it's A.J. Ewing with an opportunity.
Here it comes. Swinging a pop fly out into shallow center. Here comes Peters. And he'll make the catch. After an inning and a half, 1-0 Mets.
The White Sox 4, 5, 6 coming to the plate, starting with Andrew Benintendi.
Ground ball ranging to his left is Semien, who makes a nice sliding stop to throw to first for out number 1.
Well, that's outstanding placement, too. They had him played to pull. He was in the right position.
Now Braden Montgomery, who pinch ran last night but was out of the lineup, so maybe a little refreshed and ready to get back in there tonight. Batting left-handed.
This ball is drilled in the air to right field. Benj just looks up. This thing is long gone. Braden Montgomery launching his 5th home run of the season, and we are tied at 1 here in the second inning.
109 miles an hour off the bat. And that a no-doubter. And this was a cutter that didn't get far enough inside. That's the first of what will be a few here tonight.
This is one of the most important things. In between innings, you're talking to your catcher. He's giving you the feedback of what he sees. You're telling him what mistakes or what things you did were positive. And then you go back and forth and you try to make sure that you don't repeat the bad ones, but you try to repeat the good ones.
And here's Bo Bichette, 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Fly ball deep left field. Going back is Antonacci at the wall. Looking up, it's gone. A solo home run for the 2nd straight day for Bo Bichette. His 14th of the season, and the Mets back on top 2-1.
That was a towering home run for Bo Bichette, and well earned. 11 pitches deep, caught a hanging slider. When you're chopping wood like that, just waiting and waiting, you're waiting for the pitcher to make a mistake, and that's exactly what that was. Hanging slider. See you later.
2 outs. Luis Robert Jr. next. The Mets have a runner in scoring position.
That one taken on the outside corner for strike 3, but Robert's going to challenge it. And the inning continues.
Castillo fires. Swinging a fly ball pretty deep. Right center field. Peters going back. He'll turn and watch it fly into the first row in right center for Luis Robert Jr. He goes to the opposite field. It is his 51st career home run at right field. His first as a visitor. And he gives the Mets a 4-1 lead in the 3rd inning.
And an at-bat that was pretty much over unless Robert challenged a pitch that was, again, just an eyelash outside the outside corner. He ends up seeing 2 more pitches. This one goes 406 to the opposite field, 109 off the bat.
And here comes Will Venable.
I think that's going to be it. Castillo's going to be taken down. That's a whopping total 8 hits, 2 2/3 innings.
Scott ready, and the pitch to Tristan Peters. And he hits it in the air out into deep right field, and it is a home run. It hit the glove of Benj, and he banged into the wall, and the momentum took the ball into the bullpen.
Well, that's useful. That was perfect. What an effort, though, by Benj and Wright. He went straight back and hard, reached up, and had the ball until he collided with the fence, and the ball came trickling out of his glove and over the top of the fence for the home run.
Looks like it would not have gone out, right?
Exactly.
Yep, that it hit the glove, and as you said, then went out.
Well, I think they're looking at his mouth because he ran into it kind of with his teeth in his mouth, so just making sure that his bite's fine, that he hasn't lost teeth.
Well, a sigh of relief for the Mets as their star rookie will stay in this game in right field.
Ball 4, they're loaded for Benintendi.
You said it last time he was up that he likes to hit with men on base. Here's his chance.
Popped it up into foul territory. Young and Alvarez converge. Young can't make the play.
You want to get to the railing first and then work your way backwards.
Benintendi in the air to center field. It is Ewing underneath, will make the grab. Romo tags from third, and he will score. So the sac fly makes it a 1-run game here in this 3rd inning.
That was a fly ball bat that Benny got and drives in his 64th of the year, getting the Sox 1 run closer.
Benj, Young, and Robert, lefty, lefty, righty against the lefty Schweitzer.
Carson Benj now into deep right field, and that one is gone. A solo home run for Carson Benj, and the Mets extend their lead back to 2. It's 5-3.
Well, that's the toughness I was referring to. A young player like this, reckless abandon, trying to catch a ball in the outfield. Face plants, probably messed up his mouth, teeth, cut, and next that bat goes deep. Boy, something to admire.
Now it's Jared Young serving one out to right field, going back and off the glove, off the wall. That does not count as a catch, so it'll be a double for Jared Young. Off the glove of Braden Montgomery, hit the wall, caromed right back into his glove, but that is an extra base hit. And Andy Green is going to go to his bench now with the lefty in. Brett Beatty will be pinch hit for with Eric Wagaman.
Schweitzer offers. Wagaman swats one up the middle, base hit going into center. They're going to wave around Young. Peters' throw toward the mound is late on its way to the plate. Young slides in safely to score. Eric Wagaman goes to second. 6-3 Mets. And Eric Wagaman, a guy who has been just riding the shuttle up and down from AAA, here one day optioned another, just rolls out of bed, pinch hit, base hit to knock in a run for the Mets, who have doubled up the lead. They're up 6-3.
That ball gets away from Romo and heads up base running by Wagaman, who's now at third. Ground ball through the drone and infield. That's an RBI base hit as Wagaman crosses home plate. 3 runs across in this 5th, and the Mets lead extended to 7-3.
Well, they're in a slugger kind of game here at right field. Vargas couldn't get to this one to his left. Had a lot of topspin.
It's high. It's ball 4. 2 on, nobody out. Murakami coming to bat.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper and a huge strikeout for Christian Scott.
Bases are loaded once again for Andrew Benintendi.
And a sacrifice fly in a similar situation in the 3rd inning.
And he gets it. Goes back to the curveball. A huge strikeout for Christian Scott.
He's 2/3 of the way through this inning. Does he have one more out in him?
The pitch. Outside off the glove of Alvarez. Ball 4. A bases loaded walk. It's 7-4.
Well, here comes Andy Green. He'll go to the bullpen.
The bases loaded. Sox trying to get a little closer, and the long ball here gets the lead.
Golson Will it stay fair? Just to the right of the pole.
That was hugging the line for a long time, but unfortunately, Colson got out a little too quickly. It's up and out over the plate. He knows he hit it hard enough, but not enough lean.
2-2. Strike three called right down the middle, and Montgomery slams his bat into the dirt. He took a fat one right down the heart of the plate, and Jonathan Pintaro comes in and puts out the fire.
Good sac bunt by Romo, advancing both runners to second and third.
Turned out to be
another golden opportunity for the White Sox.
A swing and a high chop to third. Run's going to score, and it's dropped by Bichette, and Antonacci saved. 7-5, and they're at the corners for Mune. It's a base hit.
Oh, absolutely. He's been struggling, but we'll take that, and he'll take that.
Antonacci's at first. Tristan Peters across the way at third base. Mets will set up for two on the infield against Munetaka Murakami.
Strike three looking. Austin Warren gets a massive strikeout.
The first time he came up with the bases loaded in the third, got a sac fly RBI. Then in the fifth, he struck out.
Line to left. Robert over to his left, makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Chicago White Sox strand the bases loaded. They have left 8 men on, and somehow, someway, the Mets are still in front.
More boos for Robert.
Well, you can understand him now after the 2-run homer.
That's right.
Swung on, launched deep to left field. Antonacci's just a spectator. Long gone. Halfway up the seats in left, just to the right of the White Sox bullpen. Luis Robert Jr. with his second of the night. And the Mets have an 8-5 lead in the seventh.
And that was a bomb, 417 feet, and he's heard the boos all weekend, and he says, I got 2 for you tonight. Another shot for Robert back here in Chicago.
Off the end of the bat, and that will fall for a base hit. Jared Young rounding first, motoring into second. Second double of the night for Jared Young. Ball gets away, and Jared Young scampers on into third. Luis Torrens now set to pinch hit for Eric Wagaman. And as expected, Torrens gets the job done and more. Are you kidding me? 6 home runs in his last 9 games with a plate appearance. Again, the opposite way. Luis Torrens makes it 10-5. Well, Kodai Senga out there. It's no longer a safe situation now with the Mets up by 5.
3 balls and a strike. Steve, you might be on to something here. Benintendi reaches out and will put this one into right center field. Vargas goes first to third. A good start to this 9th.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big first strikeout for Senga. 1 down. And finally gets him to chase. Back-to-back strikeouts for Senga. And the Mets are 1 out away. That should do it. Bichette across the diamond. Nice, quick, tidy game. Mets win it 10-5 to take game 2 and even up the series. Huge night for Luis Robert.